Hey guys, and welcome to a new video. The Cheers to the Abyss puzzle event as well as some other stuff just went live. This sale here, for example, is super good, and as always you will find timestamps to jump to the part that interests you the most. The Cheers to the Abyss puzzle event is the first event of the Lost Queen event. There's an entire story behind this, so that's pretty cool. And we have the chance to get the first artifact that they are talking about here, the Frozen Shot class. And this one apparently is really good actually. It's a miner with 12p in mining power and 4% bonus power. And this one, as far as I see it, is a 1-cell miner, so that's pretty crazy power for a 1-cell miner, and it is actually a pretty good puzzle event again. The last puzzle event was kinda sad because it was super bugged, and I hope that this time that doesn't happen and everyone was actually compensated in the end. And here in this puzzle event, funny enough, we can get the Maslina miner, which was like half a year ago when I started to make content again, one of the miners that boosted the account really hard in that moment when I merged this, so I have it on tier 2 already, and now I have the chance to actually get it another time on tier 2, and you also can get it 2 times on tier 2 because the golden card down here is the same miner, and then you can make this a tier 3 version. It used to be really expensive. I don't know if they changed the merging recipe or it was because the account was relatively new at that point, but I think the merge is really fair and you get it on tier 2 already, so you basically save 14,000 white fans here and also 6.4 roller token, and you save it 2 times if you get the entire puzzle event done and get the golden card, and then you will need to invest only 500 of the green fans, which probably will drop in price again in the marketplace because of the puzzle merging quest, and on top of that you need 10 roller token to make it a miner with 55p and 14% bonus power, so that is pretty good. I know that there is some stuff on the marketplace that might be equal priced because you need to also keep in mind that you need to spend something to get this stuff from the puzzle event, but keeping in mind that you will have the chance at getting the Frozen Shot class, which is just crazy amount of mining power for being a single cell miner, and you get all of the other stuff that you see here, and of course the chance to get the Maslina twice, so the puzzle event in total looks really good. Also we can get some other stuff, the Red Lion Gary, then the Da Vinci's Elizabeth. These ones are already on level 2 with 2.8p in mining power and 350k in mining power, so those ones are fairly good miners already, and we can get here up the Da Vinci's Elizabeth another time, so you potentially can make it a tier 3 version in the future if you like to, or you just burn one of the copies in the upcoming burning event, so that is also something that you could do. We can get some season tokens from the puzzle event, and most importantly we need to play only 100 games, which is pretty good after yesterday's progression event, because most of us probably have a lot of cooldown now, and it starts here with exchanging 2 roller token. It doesn't get too crazy all the way up when you would get like 16 out of 16 rewards, then you need to exchange only 54 roller token and open 72 lucky cases, and if you aim only for 14 of the rewards, then of course you wouldn't need to open that many chests or need to exchange like way less of those roller token. So you basically have the choice, if you are playing the 100 games here, in between exchanging either like 32 token or 54 and then opening less of the cases, or open more cases and exchange as little as like 16 roller tokens, so that's pretty good. And as I said, I really hope that this puzzle event is not getting bugged again for everyone, guys. And talking about the last puzzle event, I skipped that one, so there's no conclusion basically. It didn't improve my account at all because I was just basically not taking any rewards except for those ones that were from the free games, and I literally only got those bonus power cards, and that was a little unfortunate. Another thing ongoing is the switcher pack sale, and this one looks very different from the other sales that we had so far. In total we have the choice in between 6 packages. Meanwhile the biggest has 32 copies of this new game switcher miner with 1p and 1%, but no parts included this time. The first package has only one of them, and as you can see here, you can purchase only one out of each of the packages, so that is very interesting to approach a sale like this, because now you would need to choose what is your plan. If you want to make this an Unreal tier 6 version, then of course it would be the only choice to go for the highest package here that you see all the way on the bottom to get this miner 32 times. And if you wanted to make it a tier 5 version, let's say, then you would need to combine those packages, and you would need to purchase one time this package here and then the package that you see up with 2 copies, or you could make it a combination of the switcher pack 4 with 9 copies and then the switcher pack 3, so you have 15, and you purchase this one here, so you are in 16 again. So now we can actually choose which of the packages to combine, and funny enough the first one can be purchased with roller token. So depending on your plan, if you want to make make this a tier 5 version, then of course it would be the best thing to do, go for this package and the Rollertoken package, instead of purchasing those packages that cost you cryptocurrency anyways, and then you will have a miner left at the end. So that would be kind of a waste of currency. So make your choice up front, guys. If you want to make this a tier 4 version, then of course it would be enough to purchase the package 3 and package 2 to have 8 copies of this, and there's no need to spend even your Rollertoken here, except if you wanted one of those copies spare. And the Game Switcher merch looks actually pretty good as well. It's not the cheapest, but also not the most expensive one. And if we go with the example of making this a tier 4 version in the case of the packages that they just showed you here, then this one already has 25p in mining power and 14% bonus power. And as you can see here, it costs only 9 of the blue fans to make a tier 4 copy, keeping in mind that you also need the other stuff to actually get to 2 times tier 3 already. So the merch itself till here costs you like 50 Rollertoken, if I estimated that correctly, and I think that's very inexpensive for something with these stats. And if you wanted to make it only a tier 3 version, it gets even cheaper than that, and it already has 7p in mining power and 8%, and the levels down below here, they are not so much worse than that. So depending on what is your plan with this miner, I think you can go for anything up to legendary that is reasonable, and I think that the only thing that's a little too expensive here for those stats is the tier 6 Unreal Game Switcher. This one is kind of expensive if you are comparing it to one of those sales we had, like the Mining Queen, for example. This one costs you like 500 Rollertoken or something like that. Meanwhile, the Mining Queen costed only 430 in total to make it a tier 6 version, and she kind of had better stats, so that's a little bit unfortunate that there is no parts included into this sale. But other than that, up to tier 5 you can go ahead and do it, and the rest, like I said, is a little too expensive. Another thing ongoing is the crafting offer, and here we can get the stapllier miner, and this one is the only thing out of all of the 3 of them that I would recommend crafting, because the actual merge of the stapllier is crazy, guys, and it's super inexpensive to make this. It costs you only 75 of the fans and also only 0.1 Rollertoken. And if you make this, let's say 4 times, then you can make it a tier 3 stapllier, and then it already has 1p in mining power and 5% bonus power. And this thing is absolutely crazy the higher you are merging it. If you would go and you make like 8 of these copies of this one here, then you can make it a tier 4 version, and at that point it already has 2.5p and 10% bonus power. That's pretty huge. And the other stuff above that is getting even crazier. The tier 5 version already 15p and 25%, and if you go all the way to Unreal, which is a little bit expensive though, then you will have 30p and 50% bonus power. So this is crazy, guys. And if you have a lot of Rollertoken spare, I would recommend purchasing those fans here as soon as possible in the marketplace before they raise too much, and just basically go as high as you can, except for the Unreal, basically the same as in the example of this Game Switcher miner here. Another thing ongoing is a race tournament, and this time we can get points by winning games, but there was a progression event yesterday where most likely every one of us was participating because it was kind of free to play friendly. So we will have a lot of cooldown now on games. That means that those people that didn't participate yesterday and they are going to open now loot boxes, they will have a big advantage over us. But if you still happen to not have too much cooldown, then you can try and open some of those loot boxes and win a lot of games. Those loot boxes we need to open anyways for the puzzle event, so there's still a good chance that you can get any of the higher rewards. And seeing that the first rank gets like 10p in mining power and 6% bonus power, as well as 1000 season token, I think this is a good race tournament that's actually worth it to at least try to get a higher rank. As always, thank you so much for watching, guys. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below, and I see you in the next one. Bye!